Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. Last episode I showed you how to use the Devour command to really level up those specific stats that you want to level up. This episode we're going to do some more housekeeping duties. It's things that we're not going to be able to do in a couple episodes. Probably 2 episodes from starting the real events at the end of the game. So real quick, I just wanted to show you something before I begin. We're going to go explore Sir Laguna's page, and we're going to make one last stop in Shumi Village. So you can see here, I'm on the eastern coast of Estar, and right here is the seaside... what is it called? Seaside Station. So you can see this old guy, he plays cards, and I believe I mentioned this last episode, but if I go to card, and I look at my level 6 cards and my level 7 cards, you see how I only have one of a certain number? I didn't have all these cards last couple episodes ago. This guy right here, he will play them all eventually, so you can get them all from him if you're missing a complete set. And next episode, I believe, we will finally get the last 2 cards, last 2 rare cards, I should say, of the game that we don't have yet. So I'm just going to hop in the Ragnarok, and to start this episode, we're going to head to Balam Garden. So once again, probably the last time we're going to head to Balam Garden, we're just going to go over to Fisherman's Horizon, and I'm just going to go ahead, run to the garden. I will meet you guys in the 2nd floor classroom. Here we are in the 2nd floor classroom of Balam Garden. Now to visit Sir Laguna's page, we have to run back to... Hey, is that Selphie? I've never noticed that before. Is that Selphie? Let's go see if we can talk to her. Hey, talk to me. It is Selphie. I've never seen her actually in here on a computer. That's really interesting. So, and it's funny because she's actually wearing her SEED uniform. So if we sit down here... So let's turn the power on. And what you want to do is you want to go to the School Festival Committee. Now, you see all these new things. You can read them. I don't know. It's kind of pointless at this point in the game. And her diary page, if you read it now after not having read it all game long, is so goddamn long. So we're just going to go to Sir Laguna's page. Now what Sir Laguna's page does is it's going to basically be a record of all the Timber Maniacs we collected. So this is Selphie kind of narrating this. She says, "It was fate I can't quite explain. This page is dedicated to Laguna, and I call him Sir Laguna." So this is where all those Timber Maniacs that we collected throughout the game, this is where we're kind of going to get to see some pictures and some of Selphie's thoughts about it. And of course she thinks he's a hunk. Yeah, he was writing articles in Timber Maniacs while traveling. Alright, let's take a look. So here is the first one we're reading. It says, according to the article, Sir Laguna gambled to try and cover travel expenses. And you can see here, this is obviously the bar, or the bar in Delet, where we take part in the Queen of Cards side quest. And she says she guesses he got in a little over his head. Now this one here, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be Balam or Estar, because it says in one of Sir Laguna's articles he wrote about how he tried to get to Estar. He tried many different routes, but eventually he ended up in Delet. Okay, so this is still Delet, I guess. There's no way he can make it from Delet? You sure travel a lot, Sir Laguna. Okay. This one says, do you understand this picture? Sir Laguna even wrote Estar's secret. I believe this is the excavation site? Not sure. Oh, Selphie says, I know what it is. This is where Sir Laguna went scouting. Was it okay for this to be published? I guess he really needed the money. And, of course, this one is the Hotel in Timber. It's full of Galbadian soldiers. You'll still find soldiers there, but this is a little too much, huh? Oh, so it's when Timber was occupied. Why are all these articles from that period? Well, we've kind of found that out throughout the course of the game, how he wound up in Estar and how he's now the ruler of Estar. Yeah, so they're all old and worn out because that was about 16, 17 years ago. Okay, so here's a shot of Estar. So yeah, we've been there. So, you know, you can kind of get different readings by Selphie depending on if you've been in certain places. Also, one of the upcoming articles will be a bit different too. You got Lost on Estar. Oh yeah, well that's definitely possible. What breathtaking scenery. So Selphie says, I want to go too, I want to go. We've already been, Selphie. Okay, and so here's the one from the hotel in Balam. So, we could have grabbed this one, or we could have grabbed the one in the train station. I grabbed the one in the hotel. Sue me. Not really. He ran out of money, and he wasn't able to try the famous Balam fish. So here's the Shumi one. This is how we wound up with Ward and Kuros in that one flashback, because we got it afterwards. You've met them, Selphie. Okay, here is the Centra ruins that we went to last episode, actually, in case you didn't know how to get a betrayal sword. Yeah, that is Selphie in the picture. So that's the sorceress and the knight. Okay, here is the one that's different. So, wow, Sir Laguna is in a movie. Plus, it looks like it was shot near Trebia. He could have been famous. But I bet you he can't act. So in this picture, you can see Ward and Kuros are both there, along with the sorceress and the director. So if you pick this up prior to if you pick this up prior to the actual event taking place in the game, Ward wouldn't be in this picture. So it's kind of funny because she says, I find it strange that I don't see Ward in the picture, but he's clearly there on the left-hand side. Okay, and this is obviously a shot of Windhill, and that's rain in the center of the picture. Well, looky here, he writes proudly of it in the article. A pub. Somewhere plus the owner. No name or location is written down. She won't say out of respect for Sir Laguna. And he said he was going to kind of put the town on the map, but then he had an internal struggle about people coming from all over to look at the town. So, Sir Laguna finally in FH. Oh, so that's how he made it to Estar. He just walked across the train tracks. So again, it's just kind of funny because we've actually walked across those train tracks, and Selphie's like, oh, I wonder if you can. So that's the last entry, that's all. It's just a little... it's kind of a funny little thing for a little more information on the game. It could say, oh, well, maybe we should try walking across the train tracks if we ever get to Fisherman's Horizon. So that's that. I'm gonna say I'm done. Let's see if she's still here. Yep, there she is. Anything else left to say, Selphie? Selphie? Oh, she thinks this uniform looks cool. And it makes you look intelligent, so that's why she's wearing it. Okay. So that's going to be it for Balam Garden. Next we're going to head to Schumi Village, so I will meet you guys outside of Schumi Village. We are entering Schumi Village, and I'm going to turn high-speed mode on just to, Wow, almost canceled out of the game. I'm going to turn high-speed mode on just to speed up the elevator portion of this. That would have been really bad if I would have hit yeah, quit, because then, this episode I'd have to record in 2 parts, or I'd have to re-record, so anyway. Turn high-speed mode off, we'll exit through the door, and this is going to be the last time we're coming to Schumi Village. We're going to see another character for the last time as well. So we're just going to run over to... Any guesses? Yeah, we're going to run to Sculpture's place, I guess, wherever they were building the statue of Laguna. Oh, that's Artisan's house. I don't want to go there. Alright, here we go. So let's talk to Sculptor. What does he have to say? Nothing. Okay, so let's go talk to these guys. See the Moomba dancing there on the top. Okay, there's Sculptor. At last, it's finished. Attendant says, oh, it's finished. We can show it to the Elder now. And Artisan says, it's good of the Elder to come. So now if we leave the screen, there's Elder making an appearance, and there's our buddy the Master Fisherman. I'm not really sure what Master Fisherman did, but apparently he helped him. And he's going to be able to use the pond. He says, for some reason I'm not getting that feeling of completion. Good thing I prepared this tune. And there's no song. So there's supposed to be a song here, but apparently there's nothing. So if you head to Elder, he'll say, thank you very much. We could not have done it without your help. And that's pretty much it. What does Master Fisherman have to say? Squall's going to say, hey, old man. So I don't know what song is supposed to be playing, because I don't think I've ever come back. So it's kind of funny. There's supposed to be a song, but there's absolutely silence, at least in my headphones right now. And Squall just wanted to know about, the real meaning behind Fisherman's Horizon and everything. He says, for some reason I had to see this statue. I'm not into ceramics or this Laguna fella. I just had to come and see it. Couldn't resist the urge. Yeah, you're only a teenager. It's important to act on your urges, especially at my age, since they're so rare. Well, that's fun. That's nice to look forward to. So Elder says a job well done. And they're just going to walk through our characters and leave. And Master Fisherman says, well, I'll be seeing you. And we never actually see him again, so he's going to say, I'll just kick back. It's your time now. You're still not going to tell me where FH came from. Some other time, boys. So we never really find the truth about the name FH. Although I'm sure everyone has their theories as to what actually was the real name, but whatever. And if you talk to Elder, he'll say, I would like to speak to my attendant in private. Please excuse us. So if we head out and just start running back towards the elevator. So the music returns. Elder's attendant says, do you remember 17 years ago? He just barged into our village without warning. It shocked everyone. And the attendant was convinced that he was a bandit. He says, attendant took it back right away. Everything he did and said was amazing, but his strong eyes told it all. And the attendant says, at first attendant wanted to evolve quickly and be of some use to you, but 10 years have passed already. Now attendant wishes to, well, attendant can't imagine becoming an elder. Attendant has caused nothing but trouble to you. And the elder says, perhaps it's time for us to evolve inward as well, and miss this enclosed environment. So apparently, helping or making the attendant take work on the statue has set his heart on becoming an elder. So it was the elder's plan all along, I think. And as you can see, this is kind of a flashback. There is Laguna, 17 years ago. Elder says, I guess this will be your final visit here. This is our workshop. The heart and soul of our village. Laguna says it's just as he imagined it. And he's going to thank the Elder. Not at all. It's unfortunate that we must part, because he has to go to Estar and rescue alone. And, of course, Laguna's going to talk to the Moomba, say if you learned any words. And the Moomba's just learned Laguna. That's it after all I taught you? And the attendant says, attendant envies those who walk in freedom. The outside world is amazing. And the attendant says, this is a fixed world. Our lives and destinies are fixed. You despise that kind of life, don't you? And Laguna's like, yeah, you're pretty sharp. Yeah, he's not the, I'm doing my best Laguna impersonation right now. He's not the best at choosing his words, what he wants to say. Yeah, stop making him think too much, attendant. And the attendant says, yeah, things are changing, and many are starting to look elsewhere. And as long as you are in Shumi Village, you must abide by your fate. So I guess they're arguing. It looks a lot weirder if you play this part in high speed mode. Watch. Yeah, so that's that. And Laguna asks the Moomba, what, you want me to stop them? And I don't really know if that's yes or no for the Moomba. Laguna says, nah, it's their business. Huh? But I don't want to. My duty. Okay, fine. Laguna says, guys, come on, can't we all just get along? And with the Moomba, everything looks weird in high speed mode. So Laguna finally yells and tells him to knock it off. They don't listen, so he says, I'm gonna go with plan B. Machine gun time? So it's just kind of funny. Once again, high speed mode, I love it. So the Elder says, they finally notice him now that he's like basically saying, please stop. He says, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I'm so embarrassed. Please stop. Please stand up. And Laguna says, I don't know. I'm sure you'll find an answer as time passes. Heart is the most important thing. If you don't have heart, it doesn't matter where you are. Heart's what brings people together. At least that's what I read. Or read. And the Elder tells the attendant to turn around and face him. You are being rude. And then Sculptor finally appears and says, Sculptor is going to take a picture now of this memorable day. Are you ready? Hello? Can you hear me? Laguna says, we should be celebrating. Big smiles. And the attendant says it was a short time, but attendant had fun. And the Elder finally says, you still have time before your evolution. Do you wish to go see him? And the attendant says, of course, attendant wishes to work by his side to show him how we've changed. See Master Laguna again. As the next Elder in line, attendant should not be harboring such thoughts. So the Elder says, don't get ahead of yourself. You still have much to do here before your eldership. And Elder's like, or the attendant's like, oh, please don't remind me. And now we don't get anything for this. There's the statue of Laguna. And the attendant's voice says, of course attendant wishes to work by his side to show him how we've changed, to see Master Laguna again. So I don't know if that's recorded in the Moomba doll there. Now, if we run back, we can talk to him again. They don't really say anything. So basically, that was just wrapping up. If you remember when we first went there, the Elder talked about how his attendant wanted to be fighting alongside Master Laguna. Then making him work on the statue has made the attendant realize that he is going to be an Elder. But the current Elder is going to give him some time before he evolves to go see Master Laguna at least once more. So, now that we're done in Shumi Village, that is pretty much it for this episode. It's definitely going to be a much shorter episode once I do all the cutting. But, it's just one of those little housekeeping things that we had to take care of before the end of the game because we won't be able to enter Shumi Village in a little bit. Now, one thing I am going to show you real quick. I did off-screen go ahead and level up Irvine's HP to 9999 without using any HP plus abilities, so he's actually probably going to be my fastest party member by quite a bit. So, definitely going to want to make sure that we're going to be using his limit, especially with that huge speed boost. I mean, he's almost double Squall and Renoa in terms of speed. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. That's going to be it for this episode. I'll be following up very quickly with our next episode, where we're finally going to go ahead and finally meet Laguna, and we're also going to get the last 2 rare cards, which then means we've gotten every single possible card you can get in the game. Some of them, of course, I've modded, but we'll be able to get those back eventually, and actually pretty soon, if you want to. Gonna show you, yes, once again, there's one more way to power up your characters if you want to do it. I highly doubt I'm gonna do it. Maybe I will. I don't know. It depends on how bored or how much time I'm taking between episodes. However, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me in the comments. Smash the thumbs up. It'll really help with the views and everything. And yeah, it's going to be it for this one. It shouldn't be too long before the next video. And I will see you guys next time.